Hi guys, this is the Unemployed Millionaire speaking to you again today, and in this video I am going to tell you how I made 100% on my portfolio in one day. Now a lot of you are expecting lots of details perhaps and a lot of, what should we say, technical analysis and things like that. No, a few years back I was trading a lot of CFDs and I was trading a lot of gold. Now I'd been doing this for a while, so I could feel and stretch I could sort of understand what was going on with the market. But a couple of years back there was lots of strange things going on, and there was a lot of factors about what was happening with the gold prices. Gold is of course traded in US dollars, but there are a lot of aspects that will influence those prices. Crisis, war, countries coming out with numbers, who's buying, who's selling gold, all sorts of different things. So this particular day, I had the precise amount of money, I can't remember, but that's not the point. The point was I remember the day very well because I managed to increase my portfolio, the cash I had in my trading account, 100% in one day. And it was an absolutely amazing roller coaster of a day. I started off by doing some small trades. Now, when I was trading contracts, I would be trading a couple of hundred to a couple of thousand and so on a day. And I am now in Norway, so there is a time difference between the different markets. Now, not everyone will understand what I'm talking about, but what happens is that certain things happen in certain countries at certain times. Now, me being in Norway, where is a relatively small country, and it also borders, of course, time zones with Europe. The big boys are the USA, and of course it's also in dollars, so it also influences the gold prices. And also a big gold owner is China, which is another time zone, which is in front of me. So I was trading my my gold that day. I used to do a lot of oil trading as well, but I stopped doing that for a while. And I did this on a platform where I could leverage my money. So I was in a situation where I could leverage up to 100 times of what I had of cash in my account. If you have traded anything like this, you will know that currency, gold, oil, any of these kind of things, they go up and down like rockets. There can be huge movements, and especially if you leverage them. So even though I didn't have the physical money for some of the trades I was doing, the platform would lend me the money and they would charge me an interest on borrowing the money to do the trades I wanted to do. This day was absolutely amazing. And I kept on trading small trades in the morning when I was there, and I was just getting it horribly wrong. I don't know what, everything I did, I was just losing money. And I sort of gave up that day, but I put a position in on a buy order, quite a large amount of money. And I was doing something, picking up the kids or whatever it is, whatever I was doing. And I forgot about it because I'd sort of had enough. I'd lost a lot of money that day and I was really grumpy and everything else. So I was picking up my kids from the kindergarten at about 4 o'clock. Now the American market opens at 2 o'clock. Well, 2 starts, and then it starts depending a little bit on time zones. Couple of hours before, and it gets going. I'd forgotten all about this trade, and it was quite amazing. I'd had dinner, I had put kids to bed, and it would have been perhaps about 4 or 5 hours later. And I opened up and I thought, okay, well, I've a little bit over my depression, and I now wanted to go back in, and I opened up my platform where I was trading from, and I couldn't believe what I saw. So whilst I was eating, and I had doing kids and everything else, the order that I had left in the system had been fulfilled. And during the 2-3 hours or 4 hours even that I hadn't been watching what was going on, but it was the feeling I had that all day. I expected gold to go up, but it was going down. It was being a pain in the ass. I was just not doing it, and none of the analytics I'd done, nothing that I had seen or anything, any reason. It just wasn't logical to me that it was falling. So I put this buy order in, and when I looked at my account, when I opened it up again, it had literally gone up by 100%. It was spiking and it kept on going and going and going. And when I felt that it was going to go back down again, I closed the position, and I checked the balance of the day, and from when I started until I finished that day, the balance of my account had gone up by 100%. Now the point of this story is I was trying really hard and everything was going wrong. Then all my tactics, all my logic, all my working outs and all of my analytics of what I was doing was telling me that gold should be going up, shouldn't be falling. There was no reason for that day for that gold to be falling. Gold price should be going up. But I'd sort of given up. But then I did give up, but I was sort of, okay, if it gets to this position, then I'll pick it up and then hopefully everything will be good. This day it was. And it was amazing. The feeling of opening up my platform again and seeing my balance, or not the balance, because, well, it was a balance, and then being able to close that position a few hours later and making 100% of your money in one day was just out of control fun. And I was on an unbelievable high. Now, I'm not saying numbers on purpose, because this wasn't about numbers. It was about the not giving up. It was about that I had to trust my gut feelings. And I was really depressed. I was moody and grumpy when I picked up the kids at school. I had lost a number that was significant to be it wasn't be or end all, but it was painful. It wasn't fun. It wasn't where I wanted to be. You know, I was trying to provide for my family. I wanted to pay the bills. I wanted to do things like that. And it was a setback. And I was really pissed about it because it didn't make sense. There wasn't that sense. But if I had just said, fuck it that day and switched everything off and said, okay, I'll try again tomorrow. Somewhere in me, I believed in myself. And I left one position there to be picked up if the gold kept on going down, which it did. But it rocketed back up again a few hours later, and I was with it. And it was, I suppose, call it fluke, call it what you want. But I had a hell of a day and a hell of a high after having an absolutely miserable day. And that gave me a boost for days and days and days. I left my trading alone for a while, and I took some of the money out of my account, paid my bills, and it was an absolute humdinger of a day, even though it started as bad as it can be. So guys, from someone who's a millionaire, remember, don't give up on yourself. The figures are not important. The stories are the important thing here. It's to remember that you can do it. Believe in yourself and keep on going. Don't give up.